Hello, good morning again. It's Miss Kinder. I'm back to keep us rolling with The Sign of the Beaver by Elizabeth George Speare. Keep this train rolling as we figure out how the blossoming friendship between Matt and Etienne is improving both of their lives. Today we're going to read chapter 14. Excuse me, little allergy season happening there, so I apologize if I'm clearing my throat a lot. Yesterday, when we left off, Matt was sort of realizing that even though it was his job to teach Etienne how to read, that Etienne was actually teaching him a lot, especially about how to read the signs in the woods, how to make different types of weapons for hunting, all the different ways he talked about using a certain kind of onion in his soup to make it taste better, all these different little tricks of the natural world that Etienne had been teaching Matt that is allowing Matt to sort of have a richer, better life in Maine than he did before while he awaits the return of his family. So we're going to pick it up today. We're learning, I guess, really that these boys are learning things from each other. As Matt attempts to teach Etienne the white man's reading and writing, Etienne is teaching Matt the Beaver clan's ways of surviving and thriving in the natural environment. Okay, so let's pick it up with chapter 14 today. Get my reading glasses on, ready to go. Birds are chirping outside. It'll be a beautiful day again today. I hope you guys are doing well. Chapter 14 is where we are today. Oh, let me mention this before I start reading. You remember that Matt is reading the book Robinson Crusoe to Etienne as part of these reading lessons. That's an important story that the author chose Robinson Crusoe, Elizabeth George Speare, as the book that Matt would be reading because it specifically deals with the relationship between a white person and a native person. That's mirroring, right? We talk about allusions with an A, allusion. It's an allusion to the same kind of relationship that Matt and Etienne have with each other. Okay. Chapter 14. Robinson Crusoe had come to an end. Matt had skipped more than half of it, choosing only the pages where there was plenty of action. Now he was sorry it had not lasted longer. Etienne also seemed disappointed. Too bad, he commented, copying one of Matt's frequent remarks. I tell story to brothers. Every night I tell more story they like. So Etienne is going home after these lessons and telling his own brothers the stories of Robinson Crusoe that Matt has read to him that day. Delighted, Matt tried to picture the Indians sitting around the campfire at night, listening to Etienne tell the story of Robinson Crusoe. He would give a good deal to hear Etienne's version of it. Now suddenly he had an inspiration. If they want more stories, I have lots of them, he exclaimed. He took his father's Bible from the shelf. Why hadn't he thought of this before? Why, there was Samson, David and Goliath, Joseph and his coat of many colors. They're even better than Robinson Crusoe, he promised. It really was true. The ancient Bible stories were filled with adventure, and they were told straight in simple language that didn't need skipping. So Matt's like, wait a minute, Robinson Crusoe may be done, but I got another book in my house. He really only has the two, and it's the Bible, and it's got all these exciting stories in it, written in really simple language. Maybe this is something Etienne would be interested in. He began with the story of Noah, how God warned Noah that a great flood was coming, how Noah built the ark and took inside his family and two of every kind of animal, how they all lived in the ark safely while it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, how Noah sent a dove out 3 times, and when it came back the 3rd time with the twig of olive in its beak, Noah knew that the flood was over. Here, Matt looked up to see a grin on Etienne's face. Beaver people tell story like that, he said. Very old story. You want me tell? Matt waited, curiously. Very long time, Etienne began, scowling as he tried to translate from his own tongue. Before animal was great rain. Water came over all the land. One Indian go to very high hill, climb very high tree. Rain many days. Water come up to feet of Indian, but no more. Gluskabe bring 3 ducks to Indian. One day he let one duck go. It fly away and not come back. Other day he let other duck go. It not come back. Then last duck come back with mud and mouth. Indian know water go down. When water all gone, he come down from tree. He make grass, make bird and animal, make man and beaver. Man and beaver make all other Indians. Golly, said Matt, it's almost like the Bible story. Where did the Indians get it? Etienne shrugged. Very old story. Indians take long time to tell. I not know white man's words. You told it fine, but who is this whatever you call them? Gluskabe, mighty hunter, come from north, very strong. He make wind blow, make thunder. He make all animal, make Indian. Matt was puzzled. He had heard that the Indians worshipped the Great Spirit. This Gluskabe did not sound like a great spirit. He sounded more like one of the heroes in the old folk tales his mother had told him when he was a child. He decided it would be impolite to ask more. He wondered if the Indians had many stories like that. And how could it be that here in the forest, they had learned about the flood? That's the end of that chapter. And isn't that interesting that, cultures apart, worlds apart, histories apart, Matt and Etienne here again have found something that they have in common. And it's this creation style story about the beginning of the world. And even though Matt's story uses the idea of Noah, Etienne's uses this idea of Gluskabe, although Matt says this isn't the Great Spirit I've heard talk of. That's like an omniscient God that they worship. This is some like a hero style story. Almost like what we would consider maybe like a superhero style story today of someone who has an important mythical role in the creation and protection of these people. So anyway, yet another connection these two boys who seem to come from different worlds have made with each other. And I am interested now to see how this friendship continues to develop, because I have a feeling as we keep going in this story, these boys are going to encounter some danger and have to rely on each other and the different skills that each one of them brings to get through it. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'll keep posting videos. We'll finish our book. If you would like to message me, please do so. And just let me know what your thoughts are. Does this book remind you of other stories that we've read? Can you make any connections? Does Matt remind you at all of any of the characters in the other books we've read, or Etienne? Are you seeing any connections about how people interact with the natural environment that reminds you of another story we've read? Maybe, I don't know. There's no such thing as a wrong answer. It's really just you telling me what ideas pop into your brain. So feel free on Schoology to message me and let me know what you think, or maybe even what you think is going to happen next in the story, or anything at all. As always, like in class, I love to hear you guys' take on everything. So anyway, take care. I hope everybody's feeling good. I'll keep the videos going. Next week was technically spring break, so I'll do a few videos this week, and then we'll take a break next week. But if you need anything, just give me a ring. You know what I mean, a message. All right, see you guys. Bye.